Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Krishna Kamitamscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Sangha Muni Goswami Pranam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Sangha Puri Goswami Dinam. Gauravani Pracharaya Dhrita Sankalpa Murtaye Krishna Shakti Swarupaya Bhakti Pradaya Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Saraswati Dinam. Shri Vashabhana Videvi Daitaya Kripadaye Krishna Sambandha Vidyaya Dhaile Prabhave Namah. Madhurya Jvala Premada Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute. Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Apasidam Tadvantahare. Gaura Kishoraya Shakshan Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambhade Padam Pujayate. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachitanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Gurishtam Nirdeshta Sajana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatayate Namah. Shakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Kishe Namah. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinobandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya. Jayatam Surato Pango Mama Manda Matirgati Matsarvasya Padam Bhujo Radha Madana Mohana Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadumada Shri Madratnagara Shri Bhasanasto Shri Shri Radha Shri Govinda Deva Preshtalubi Sevimanusmara Rasa Rasarambi Vamshivata Tatastita Karshan Venur Svanar Gopi Gopinata Shri Stuta Vrindai Tulasi Devaya Priyayai Keshava Sacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namah. Panchatattvatmakam Krishna Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Yeah, we have become late now. Jai Sri Gurudev Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Bhari Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad Shri Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Sri Srimad Shri Bhakti Sadhak Muni Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Param Gurudev Jagat Gurudev Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Sri Guru Parampara Ki Jai Sri Panchatattvatmakam Gaura Hari Ki Jai Sri Giriraj Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Shalagrama Damodara Ki Jai Sri Mati Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai Sri Vigna Vinasana Kari Lakshmi Shinda Dev Bhagavan Ki Jai Sri Sri Radha Govinda Jiv Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Srila Prabhupada in Amritavani say about one question, he answering one question, is this material world meant for our enjoyment? This material world is an ingredient of the Supreme Lord service. If one sees this world as here for one's own enjoyment, he commits an offense and suffers the pangs of material existence. As soon as we forgot our constitutional position and try to enjoy this material world, conditioned by Maya, we think of enjoying the material world with our gross material senses. We should know that the material world is not here for our enjoyment. If we try to enjoy matter, we are usurping things that they are meant for Krishna's enjoyment. But does the mind cheat? If my mind gets an opportunity, it will ruin me. This stupid mind has a tendency to serve lust, anger, and other material propensities. In order to engage everyone in Maya's service, the service of lust and anger, this wicked mind takes the position of instructor. A materialistic mind is always ready to envy Hari, Guru, and the Vaishnavas. Therefore, rather than listening to its dictation, one should hear from the Guru, Sadhus, and Shastras. What is Karma Kanda? What is Jnana Kanda? To enjoy the fruits of one's karma is called Karma Kanda, and to deprive both oneself and the Lord of the fruits of one's karma is called Jnana Kanda. What is materialism? Those whose only assets are their material senses, who hoist the flag of self by bragging even though they are covered with illusory sensual knowledge, who saw a network of arguments while maintaining themselves as sense gratifiers, and who tried to imagine the transcendental objects from the mundane platform are gross materialists. There are two paths, the path of oral reception and the path of argument. The path of oral reception is also called the descending path, and the path of arguments is called the ascending path. On the descending path, one renders service to the transcendental Lord by hearing, whereas on the ascending path, one manipulates his senses to gain expertise in material science. When the sun's rays enter our eyes, we are accepting the sun's help to see the sun. We are seeing the sun by the descending process. When we renounce the sun's help and try to see the sun by some independent means, perhaps taking the help of an artificial light, we fail to see the sun. This is the ascending method. Ravana adopted this process, as do other godless people. Materialists tend to be causal and covert logicians. Simply by taking shelter of Sri Krishna's lotus feet with sincerity and renouncing the material concept of life, we will be able to understand Krishna's life and will personally practice devotional service by Guru and Krishna's mercy. What is a mental speculator? Mental speculators are those who are there to attack the absolute truth in challenging mood. Mental speculation, the path of argument, is the opposite to what is taught in Bhagavad Gita. There are two kinds of people: those who want to become inclined toward Krishna by hearing from bona fide spiritual master who glorifies the absolute truth, and those who want to challenge the transcendental absolute truth on the strength of the knowledge they have gained through their senses. The former is the authorized descending path of disciple succession, and the later is the path of argumentation. Whatever is accepted directly is the path of disciple succession, and whatever is accepted indirectly is the path of argumentation. The 5 types of philosophical works, darshanas, are based on argument. Only Vedanta Darshana has accepted the authorized path of disciple succession. In order to bewilder ordinary people, Shankaracharya has mixed argument into Vedanta Darshana and confused it with the descending path. Once become a mental speculator when he enchants his material knowledge, even while apparently pursuing spiritual understanding. Vaishnavas don't concoct or speak from their imagination. Rather, they lead people to the Guru's lotus feet. There are not 5 or 10 spiritual masters. Guru is one, and the absolute truth requires no challenge from anyone. Why have the living entities become conditioned? The living entities have become conditioned because they misuse their free will. What does the Bhagavad Gita verse beginning Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam mean? This verse confirms that Lord Vishnu alone is the controller and the director of all living entities. The Supreme Lord rewards everyone according to their respective karma. The living entities are the cause of their own activities, and the Supreme Lord is the director. As the director, the Supreme Lord is not responsible directly or indirectly for the karmic activities the living entities perform, or the fruits they then become eligible to enjoy. The Supreme Lord gives the fruits of karma, and the living entities enjoy them. Why are we busy with activities other than devotional service? We are unfortunate, and so we have become busy in activities other than Lord's service. Somehow or other, we are not able to understand that our only duty is to serve the Lord. Therefore, we give more importance to other activities than to the Lord's service. Even though we repeatedly associate with devotees, we are unable to remove this misconception. Since we are averse to the Lord, our tendency is to become conditioned by Maya, to fall from Maya's temptations, and to work like asses, to accumulate wealth, to gratify the senses of our wife, children, and relatives whom we will never meet again. We plant mango trees. We buy movable and immovable assets, but people we will never meet will enjoy the fruits of this purchase. We work so hard to earn money, but someone else will spend it indiscriminately. What is an illusion? Actually, just one thing to say. Once I spoke with one devotee, and he actually couldn't accept that Gurudev put so much effort to rescue us from this material world. He said no. Then I told, okay, but Jiva always have tendency to look toward Maya, always. So even if we develop little bit on the spiritual level, means we get some spiritual consciousness, but still Maya attracting us. He said no. So I was asking why you are so sure in this. He said no, we always getting progress. We are always on the path, progressive path and everything. So Guru is just to help little there, but we have to do like we have to do so we have to put so much effort to go ahead. I say, but without Guru Kripa, how you can go ahead is that. At least exactly like Srila Prabhupada say here, is that we forgot the Lord and Maya attracting us. So Maya constantly attracting us because deeply in heart we forgot Lord. And when we come on the level of realization, and when our ego become completely destroyed, really spiritual life will start. Up to that point is always risk. Maya will attract us, Maya can attract us, everything is risky. But when ego become completely destroyed, then Maya cannot do anything anymore, is there. So how is important to really take always shelter in Gurudev words, in Vaishnava words, in service, then we are protected and we can go slowly up, step by step, is there. Only by their own grace, not by our strength. We cannot do with our strength. He think we can do with our strength. But without help of Gurudev, you cannot. Without shelter of service, you cannot. Without blessing of Vaishnavas, you cannot. He was just thinking it is enough to be initiated and it is progressive path. You can just go ahead. But actually he did not understand that mercy is very important, service is very important, serving mood is very important. Otherwise everything is very risky. Maya can in second attract us, in the just fraction of second. Because Jiva is coming from Tatashta Shakti, she always looking there and there. Tatashta means left, spiritual and material direction is between, always. So how much we are fortunate to look toward Krishna, then accordingly to this we going to Lord. But if we hearing mundane things, if we are listening mundane topics, Maya attracting us. It is just so. Gurudev words are so powerful that he really turning our mind, our heart, everything toward the Lord. But when we forgot this, if we not practice, when Maya attract, then we start to listen all these mundane things, identify with this material world and so on. So it seems like Srila Prabhupada say here, we forgot Lord, therefore Maya is attracting us. Then another question here is, don't the Smartas worship Lord Vishnu? The Smartas worship of Vishnu is part of their worship of demigods, such as Ganesh, Surya, Durga, etc., and doesn't amount to worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Worshipping Vishnu as if he were one of the 5 demigods means one considers him one of the demigods. Such worship is both offensive and atheistic. Shastra says, Yastu Narayana Devam Brahma Rudradi Daivitihi Samatvenaiva Viksheta Sapashandi Bhavet Dhruvam. One who considers Lord Vishnu to be in the same category with the demigods like Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva, or who thinks Lord Brahma and Shiva to be equal to Lord Vishnu, is to be considered Pashandi, a faithless non-believer. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Atheistic Hindus don't consider Krishna's holy name both the ultimate goal of life and the perfect man means to achieve it. They consider Krishna equal to the demigods and Krishna's holy name equal to fruitive activities such as yagna, tapasya, yoga, meditation, and observing vows. Mahaprabhu said, Koti Ashvamedha Eka Krishna Nama Sama Eka He Se Pashandi Damdetareyama. One who says that 10 millions Ashvamedha sacrifice are equal to the chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna is undoubtedly an atheist. He is sure to be punished by Yamaraj. Worship of Vishnu in the course of worshipping the 5 gods doesn't please Lord Vishnu. It is simply demigod worship and therefore improper. Why do some people instruct us to increase the mode of passion? The mode of passion should be increased. This is what unfortunate people say. Still, people in the world marketplace accept such a foolish and unreasonable statement as if it represents great charity toward human society. Srimad Bhagavatam states, one should destroy the mode of ignorance with the help of mode of passion, the mode of passion with the help of the mode of goodness, and the mode of mixed godness with the help of pure goodness. Those who favor increasing the mode of passion either think the mode of pure goodness to be the mode of ignorance or same temporary material mode? Thus they consider impersonalism transcendental to the material modes. At present, people in this world are busy pursuing childish religions. People with animalistic propensities don't understand anything other than their own sense gratification. The thirst for sense gratification appears in four forms: religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. These are not limbs of devotional service. Among them, the first three fell into category of Bhakti, material enjoyment, and the last is the fierce from sense gratification, mukti or liberation. Liberation in the form of attaining complete freedom from all types of material misery is nothing but a thirst for happiness or sense gratification. So, liberation in the form of attaining complete freedom from all types of material misery is nothing but a thirst for happiness or sense gratification. What is the fate of a person who, instead of utilizing his wealth for the Lord's service, use it for his children and grandchildren? If we don't properly use the wealth God gave us, it means we have failed to understand a simple truth. How unfortunate we are. Those who whimsically spend their wealth on various sinful activities will certainly end up in hell. When a living entity who is averse to the Lord falls down, in what species does he first take birth? The living entity averse to the Lord first becomes Brahma and a human being. Then fallen soul first becomes Brahma in order to enjoy Maya. Many living entities took birth as Brahma's sons. Amongst them, a number were entrusted with the responsibility to create progeny. As soon as the living entity proudly considers himself an enjoyer, he becomes conditioned by Maya. While trying to become the Lord of Maya in the material kingdom, he ends up as her servant. So, I don't know if time is here. Is some question or something to add, to say? Here. I think we have to stop because Santa Maharaj is ready to make Arati. Vanchakalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubhesha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj, Shri Prabhupada, Shri Muni Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Pramanandi.